reveal to you the only weapon he uses against humanity and give you tips on how you can overcome and stay strong to the end, no matter what happens. Yes, it might surprise you when I say Satan is not powerful, and you look at everything that's happening around us and wonder, Satan is doing all these things, he's committing all these atrocities. But the truth is that Jesus defeated him on the cross. So why is he able to do what he is doing? For us to analyze this thing, we need to go back to the beginning. The big question is, what did he do when he was in the garden? When he came against Adam and Eve in the garden, you're going to see something. He didn't come like a lion or like a mammoth. He didn't come with a gun or any of those things. But why was he able? How was he able to get them to go against what a loving God had asked them to do? When you understand what actually happened, then you will now understand why we are where we are today, what is happening around us. And I'm going to show you how these things are playing out in our very eyes, and people are falling prey to it. So you're going to see that today, everything is being repackaged. And I'm going to give you some examples so that you will pay attention to everything and you stop, scratching your head and wondering what is really going on. For example, when Jesus Christ, let's take Jesus as an example. Jesus Christ, before he went to the cross, Jesus knew he was going to go to the cross. And a week before he went to the cross, we call it Palm Sunday. What happened on Palm Sunday? As he rode into Jerusalem on a donkey, the Bible says that the people came and they threw palm fronds on his path, and they were all shouting, calling him Hosanna. Blessed is he that comes in the name of the Lord. But what happened? This is somebody that healed the sick. He had a few, maybe weeks before then, he had raised Lazarus from the dead. They were praising him. The Jews, the Jewish leaders were actually afraid to do anything to Jesus because they believed that the whole Jewish people were behind Jesus. But then how come a week later they were able to kill Jesus? Have you ever thought about that? What happened that these people were able to kill Jesus? I want to encourage you to stay to the end because you're going to learn things that are going to help you to thrive even in these last days. So Jesus got arrested. He was betrayed by his own person. And then he was taken out there. Politics took place. Yes, exactly that. One, think about the people. They were expecting Jesus to come and reign on earth like David reigned. Jesus did everything. He checked all their boxes. He was able to heal the sick, raise the dead, feed them when they were hungry. Then what happened? This is one of the things you're going to see. That is why we are going through what we're going through today. And for those that think Christians shouldn't get involved in politics, well, this is the thing. We need to get involved because politics is what runs our world. Jesus was the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, but he was crucified by political people. If you understand what I'm saying, just tell me in the chat and give me a thumbs up if this is helping you. He became a political figure. He was somebody that they were arguing over. Pontius Pilate, all the leaders were going back and forth. The Jewish leaders who were religious leaders of their time that controlled the lives of these Jews. They said at a point, what did they say? Oh, that if we don't take him out, the Romans are going to come and take away our country, which was a lie. They were looking for an excuse the same way they lie to you every day today about what they are doing, what they're doing, because they always make it seem as if it's your interest that you're protecting. Stay with me. And what did they do? They deliberated upon themselves, although they knew Jesus was not guilty. And this is the power of influence. You see, the devil will always go for the people that are ruling. You remember when Jesus Christ was in Luke chapter 4, when Jesus Christ was being tempted, Satan offered him something. He said, if you will bow down and worship me, I'll give you the kingdoms of this world. Who told you? Do you think that Satan is still not making the same offer to the people in leadership or people that want to get into leadership. Let me know what you think in the comment. Do you think so, that he has stopped making the offer, that after Jesus, Satan stopped making offers? Well, I don't think he stopped. I know he has not stopped. So these people were being influenced by the enemy. The rulers of his time were being influenced, and they now went back and forth. And many of us, sadly to say, we look at what the people in leadership, our influencers, are telling us. And that is why today we see it in America. They're trying to buy influence. They're trying to get the influencers of our time to shape our opinion. This was what played out at Jesus' own. So when these religious leaders, their pastors, had an opinion of what should be, and they were taking Jesus, these people, the Jews, were wondering what on earth is going on. Isn't this guy the guy that has worked all these miracles? At that point, it didn't matter anymore. You understand what I'm saying? And then what happened? When they now took Jesus in and they started negotiating over him, pressure, power, enemy was putting pressure on them to go ahead and kill him, because that was the ultimate goal. And then they were able to go before these people and present Jesus. We're talking about why, what is the enemy using to rule our world today? They were able to present Jesus. And what did they do? Barnabas, a criminal. Who do you choose? This one or that one? At that point, Jesus had already been flogged. He didn't look like the one who came to save them. They did not think that their Messiah was going to die. Satan started to play with his mind like he plays with your mind. And the same people a week before who were saying, Hosanna in the highest, blessed is he that comes in the name of the Lord, they now started shouting, who do you want? Do you want Barnabas or you want Jesus? The next thing, they were all screaming, crucify him, crucify him, crucify him. They go against what they once knew was right. How do we get to that point? Let's keep going. I told you I'm going to show you the way Satan operates. Satan did not come wearing anything. He did not come and terrorize you. Do you understand that when you fall into sin, it's not because Satan made you do it. Satan does not make you do anything. He just convinces you what you need to do and shows you what he thinks, the lies he wants you to believe, and you fall into his trap. Let's talk about what is going on in our society today. I'll call it the repackaging agenda. Yes, let's look around us. Today, we're at a point in our nation, in the United States of America, where things are being repackaged. You have two people, and I'm not going to mention names because I don't want this video to be stopped. Please, if you know this is going to help somebody, please share it. Thank you very much. Share it. Share this video. Let it help somebody. Let people wake up and know that we are living in perilous times. You know, the Bible says something very, very interesting. And it says that in the last days, perilous times shall come. In 2 Peter chapter 4, verse 3 and 4, I'm going to read it. For the time is coming when people will not endure sound teaching. In other words, you can say it, they will not endure hearing the truth. And we are in this time. But having itching ears, they will accumulate for themselves teachers to suit their own passions. So we are living in that time when people don't want to hear the truth. Do you agree with me? Let me know in the comment. People do not want to hear the truth. They want to heap things that will suit their own appetites and their own feelings. But we need to be very mindful. If you are going to be protected in the days to come, because we are going into dark days, you need to pay attention. You need to stay to the end of this video. I promise you it's going to help you. So let's look at some of the repackaging that is taking place. Or let's go back to the story of Jesus. And please give a thumbs up if this is helping you. Jesus was being repackaged. At one time, Jesus was the miracle worker. He was the one that raised the dead. He was the one that fed them. And it was beautiful at that time. Then, right before the eyes of the Jews, he was repackaged like a common criminal. Somebody, have you ever wondered? He raised the dead. He healed the sick. He cast out their devils. He fed them. Jesus did all these things. But how come he went from being this person? They saw him do all these wonderful things. The same people were screaming, crucify him. Why? Because the powers that be, the people that are in authority, had repackaged Jesus and turned him into a criminal. Have you seen it happen somewhere else? Let me know in the comment. Jesus had been repackaged into a criminal. They started to believe what was a lie. About a week or 10 days before them, they knew was not the truth, but they had now believed a lie. Let me tell you another repackaging that is taking place. You know, when that in 2020, that disease showed up, what happened? I remember seeing a video and somebody was saying that, look, this thing, there are disinfectants, there are sprays that kill it. It's written here. The person went viral and was telling the whole world. But as the media got involved, they started to repackage this disease, a disease that was a glorified flu virus. They started to repackage it. And at the end, it turned into one of the most deadly illnesses that ever hit us in our time. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let me know if you understand what I'm saying. It was now repackaged into an entirely different disease, and people fell for it. And what happened? When the time came for the healing, for the medication that was being proposed, people fell in for it. This is what we call repackaging of evil. How do they repackage evil? Another thing that was repackaged is that we see how the male person that's running for presidency in the United States of America has been repackaged by a very popular person, The Apprentice. He had this show he used to do. I've forgotten, but if you know the name of this show that he used to do, please drop it. Oprah. They all loved it. He was so loved by America. But when he came out in 2016 to declare his stand, he has now been repackaged as the enemy of America. How do we keep our heads clear in this time? Remember, stay to the end, and I'm going to tell you. I'm just showing you some examples for you to understand how the enemy tricks us. Remember, if this is helping you, give me a thumbs up, and please share this video. Share it so that YouTube can push this video out there, because without sharing and leaving thumbs up and all that, they will not be. If you find any value, I said, if you find any value, please share it and give it a thumbs up. How else have they repackaged things? If you live in the United States, years now, 2 years, 3 years, we knew that our present leader was senile. We knew that there was a lot that was not okay in his mental ability. But we remember that the person that's now running for president was hailing him, that he's just so healthy, he's sharp, he's doing a good job. That was all media packaging. And how did they do it? They kept saying it to you. They kept repeating it. They kept repeating it over and over in the news media. And then what happened after that? After the debate, the same media now started turning around, telling you, oh, they didn't know that it wasn't like that. Who is lying to who? You know, so what I'm bringing to you, and right now, something is being repackaged. People be careful. We know about the monkeypox. It's being repackaged right before your eyes. And we know that people that normally catch diseases is being repackaged into mpox. Why am I reading all these things out to you? I'm bringing all these things out for you to understand that Satan's strategy is deception. The Bible tells us in Ephesians chapter 6 that we should put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against all the wiles of the devil, because we're not wrestling against flesh and blood. The point is that if you do not know the truth, you will believe a lie. Do you know that the Bible says in the book of Jeremiah that woe are they that call evil good and good evil? If we ever lived, Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20 to 24. Woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness, who put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe to those who are wise in their own eyes. This is the time we are living in. People are wise in their own eyes. So the first tip I'm going to give you, and I'm going to end here, and I ask you to join me for the video that would follow to give you more tips on how you can survive and stay strong in this time. The first tip is that you need to pray and ask God to search your heart. Psalm 139, verse 23 to 24. Lord, search my heart, search me, O Lord, and know if there's any wicked way in me, and lead me in the path everlasting. Pray and say, God, reveal to me where I have believed wrongly. So what is Satan's strategy? So before I round up, I'll tell you Satan's strategy. Satan's strategy against humanity is lies. That is it. The Bible in the book of Revelation said that he deceives the whole world. Satan is the one that will deceive the whole world. In Revelation chapter 12, verse 2, in the last days, he will deceive the whole world. So his strategy, the only strategy he has against us is lie. When he lies to you and you believe a lie, he can get you to do anything and he can destroy your life. So as I close out, I want to encourage you, join the next video. And if you have gained value and you have not subscribed to my channel, I ask you to subscribe now so that you will receive the notifications when I post the next video, because I'll do yet other videos. And then also check out the video I did on Mike Zuckerberg. It's going to help you to understand. Once he believed he was doing the last thing about 3 years ago at the peak of the sickness, but now he has admitted he was wrong. Yet many of us were called names because we're calling these people out. Don't fall prey. Remember, leave a comment, give a thumbs up if you think this is meaningful, and join us for other videos that I'm going to release. Bye-bye. God bless you.